It just came out of nowhere. Just like 8 years, didn't even know. Now this. I just don't understand. Like, how could somebody come from 2016? Didn't even know the child existed. I was told she was have abortion and skedaddle back to Sacramento. Come back into my life now and trying to put this on me. I just don't see how that's allowed. That's just some bull crap to me.
There are two main disputes. The first one, though, which would come before the second, is that Mr. Eldridge would like to be have another test. However, the state position, along with Miss Hudson position, is that we've tried long enough, and the state has would like to introduce into evidence the what has been marked as State's Exhibit 1, affidavit of non-collection, and
Mr. Eldridge here now? Are we losing?
uh, he was here, Your Honor.
Yeah, I
May
know.
have
I
just
can't
dropped
see him
off.
now. Okay, I'm gonna pause for a minute. Let's give him a second to come back in. He didn't get moved back in that breakout room, did he?
I do apologize. My phone had died. Sorry about that.
All right, and the state was making their opening at this time and tell the court what the state wants, the state understands agreements and disagreements to be, including the father's further request for further DNA testing. So I'll let the state proceed with that opening at this time. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. So, basically, Your Honor, Mr. Eldridge wants another test. The state and Miss Boykin Hudson disagree as to that. The state will want to introduce into evidence affidavit of non-collection for the last 3 attempts, although there have been at least 5 attempts. The affidavit only includes the last 3. I believe Mr. Eldridge's reason for not attending the last 2 is having related to him moving to Oklahoma. Um, and then besides that, Your Honor, so the state wants to get him established as the father today, along with child support and medical support going. Um, uh, basically, the state has calculated several figures for child support because there's also a dispute of how many children, other children outside of the child in this case, that he takes care of and should receive credit for. Basically, state understands Miss Boykin Hudson that if he does live in Oklahoma right now, that he should only there should only be 2 children that he's paying support for, um, and but and that if he's living in Texas, there will be 4 children, 2 of whom he pays support just like before, and then 2 of them who live with him. Um, uh, let's see. And Your Honor, I've calculated child support based off of those different scenarios, and I figure, Your
Okay, I'm
Honor.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Uh, Not based on who's living where are the 4 children his biological children or adopted children, or what are we talking about? Because I'm not getting why we're looking at two separate sets of children in a total of 4. So
Well, Your Honor, state understands that all 4 of them are his biological children, um, but that 2 of them live with him, and then 2 of them he pays support for. I believe there's a dispute on um, if he lives in Texas. I believe Miss Hudson believes that those 2 would be living with him. And if he lives in Oklahoma, though.
Mr. Wells, it doesn't matter. He gets credit if those are his biological children. He has a legal obligation to support them. So no, it doesn't matter where they are or who they're with. They're his kids. They're his kids. Okay, I got to include all 4. That doesn't. It's not based on where he is and where they are. It's solely based on whether or not they're his legal responsibility. Even if he hasn't been already ordered to pay child support for him, he can be ordered to pay child support for him tomorrow. So again, it's 4 in as one in and 4 out, Mr. Welch. Yeah, that's just the way it has to be. So thank you.
Yes, Your Honor. And then I guess that's about it, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Eldridge, here's the problem, sir. The law is kind of exact on when people don't show up for DNA tests. I'm supposed to go ahead and find, based on that evidence and that evidence alone, that they can be they're the biological parent. And I can order child support based on that and that alone. So I'm going to go ahead and let the state call you and Miss Boykin Hudson as witnesses. But again, sir, I know you're not a lawyer, but believe me, that this is well settled at law. What happens when people don't show up for their DNA testing? So, but I'll let the state ask you what those circumstances are and see whether or not there's an exception to what the court needs to do on this one. So at this time, I'm gonna ask both of you to raise your right hands, and I'm gonna put you both under oath. Sir, you need to unmute yourself. Do both of you solemnly swear or affirm me testimony you're gonna give here today is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you?
Yes, sir.
I do.
All right, you're both officially under oath, and the state may proceed and call your first witness. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. State calls Ariel Boykin Hudson. What is your full name?
It's Ariel Danae Boykin Hudson.
What is the full name of the child in this case?
Jillian Victoria Boykin Hudson.
When was Jillian born?
September 9th, 2016.
So how old is she?
She's 8 years old.
Who is the father of Jillian?
D'Anthony.
Do you have any other children with Mr. Eldridge?
No,
Who does Jillian live with?
she lives with me.
Where do you live?
I live in Sacramento, California.
Where does Mr. Eldridge live?
To my knowledge, he lives in Killeen, Texas.
And how do you know this?
I do believe his sister shared that information with me. I keep in contact with his younger sister.
Are you aware if Mr. Eldridge has any other biological or adopted children?
Yes.
How many?
I believe there's 5 others.
So 5 besides Jillian?
Yes. To my knowledge, yes.
What health insurance does Jillian have?
Right now she has Medicaid through California.
You know what Mr. Eldridge does for a living?
No.
And Your Honor, I thought there was 4, so that would change it. I guess, Your Honor, that'd be something you would have to find how many he does have.
All right, let's confirm with the father and see how many he claims he has, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I have 5
before
altogether. I have 5 altogether.
Okay.
Well-
Stop. It's not your turn to testify yet, sir, sorry.
Sorry, my bad.
Don't worry, you'll be called as a witness in just a moment. I know you, that's the way that works, okay. Anyway, you may proceed with finishing up your testimony with Ms. Boykin Hudson. Thank you.
Would you be okay with Mr. Eldridge paying child support based off of minimum wage of $7.25 per hour?
Yes. Although that doesn't coincide with the minimum wage here in California, I would still be willing to accept that.
And Your Honor, minimum wage for both Texas and Oklahoma is the same at $7.25.
Yeah, I know. We get a lot of Oklahoma cases. Yeah, all right. Not a problem. You may proceed.
And Your Honor, passive witness, but Your Honor, I would like, once the court has figured out where Mr. Eldridge does live, to be able to come back and ask her if she's okay with the amount of child support and medical support, because
All right.
Oklahoma has income.
Income tax? Right. They have an income tax. All right, got you. All right, ma'am, we'll be back in just a moment. We're going to get some testimony from Mr. Eldridge at this time, and you may go ahead and call your next witness, Mr. Welch.
Thank you, Your Honor. State calls D'Anthony Eldridge. What is your full name?
D'Anthony Eldridge. Or D'Anthony Javante Eldridge, excuse me.
Are you asking for another DNA test?
Yes.
Was there a DNA test scheduled for February 2024?
Yes, it was.
Did you appear for it?
No, I did not.
Was there a DNA test scheduled for March 2024?
Yes, it was.
Did you appear for that one?
No, no, I did not.
State would like to introduce into what has been marked as State's Exhibit 1, Your Honor.
All right, folks, this is State Exhibit number 1. You can't see it very well, but this is the letter from DDC that states there were 3 additional times that there was a DNA test scheduled for Mr. Eldridge that he did not appear. I'm gonna first off, I'm gonna go ahead and ascertain whether or not there's a legal reason why this should not come into evidence, and then I'm going to have the state confirm the circumstances with Mr. Eldridge if I do let this in evidence. Why what were the circumstances for him not appearing in these additional 3 times? So at this time, Miss Boykin, Hudson, is there any legal reason States 1 should not come into evidence?
Evidence as to why he didn't do it or why I didn't?
No, ma'am. No, is there any legal reason this document should not come into evidence, ma'am? Just the document itself. You're your own lawyer. I got to ask you that, ma'am. Do you have a reason?
No.
Never mind, ma'am. Okay, thank you. Okay, Mr. Eldridge, is there a legal reason this should not come into evidence, sir?
No, sir.
All right, States 1's admitted. You may proceed, Mr. Welch, and ask Mr. Eldridge about these circumstances. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. So Mr. Eldridge, for the first test that's listed on that document there, the May 2024 test, did you appear for that one?
No.
Why didn't you appear for that one, sir?
Reason why I didn't appear for that one, I was already going through a whole bunch of stuff dealing with this issue with the woman I was currently with. So I was pretty much in and out of the house, arguing, going back and forth. So I really ain't have, it was a lot of stuff going on. Pretty much them times, there was a lot of stuff going on. That is like pretty much the truth on that. It just came out of nowhere. Just like 8 years, didn't even know. Now this out of nowhere. So it kind of allows attention in our home. And yeah, that is pretty much that. That was the reason why at the end of the day.
So what about the July 15th test, 2024?
Once again, same thing. Soon as we got done with the last court hearing, that's when I came down to Oklahoma. And I had asked if I can get it rescheduled and also to see if I could possibly get it moved down here in the matter of everything like that to help my mom out.
And the last court hearing was on July 12th, 2024?
No, July 11th.
Oh, yeah, July, yeah, yes, July 11th, 20. All right. Did you contact the Officer General on July 12th requesting the July 22nd, 2024 test?
Yes, I did.
Did you appear for that test?
No. So I was here in Oklahoma, like I said, taking care of my mom. And at this time, my phone was cut off because I wasn't working down here taking care of her. So I wasn't able to check my emails, nothing like that.
Did you tell us that, did you like send a letter or something telling us that, you couldn't, you were in Oklahoma and couldn't attend that last test that you had scheduled?
No, I didn't get a chance to. That's what I just said. I didn't get a chance to write them because I didn't have a phone to email them or write a letter in this process because my mom was back and forth in the hospital. So I was in the hospital dealing with that. So that's why I was hopefully when I came here today, I can see if I can possibly get a test moved down here to Oklahoma.
So moving on from that, besides Jillian, how many other children do you have?
I have 5 altogether.
How many?
Making Jillian would be, if she is mom, makes 5, but 4 outside of Jillian.
So for those 4, how many of those are your biological or adopted children?
All of them biological.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a landscaper right now. I just got this gig. I get paid about like every job. So when the job is done, roughly probably like 200 or 300.
you have any other sources of money coming in?
No.
Do you have access to health insurance for Jillian if you are ordered to provide that?
I have to apply for it, but my job doesn't give health insurance.
What about dental?
No.
Are
I would have to
you
pay for everything out of my pocket, pretty much.
are you a former veteran or a police officer?
No.
Pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right, then, Mr. Welch, any other witnesses you wish to call at this time? You need to call the mother back on redirect, or is that it?
Your Honor, I would like to well, Your Honor, I guess what I need, Your Honor, is that you know, is he living in Oklahoma or Texas, I guess, Your Honor? So I can ask her for both estimates if she's all right with that, but
Okay, well, thank you, sir. Mr. Eldridge, you plan on staying in Oklahoma?
Yes, sir.
All right, but you
Right.
haven't been there a total of 90 days. You haven't been there a total of 90 days yet, right, sir?
I've been here since July. Yeah, since like July 12th. I've been here. July 13th. No, July 13th. Excuse me.
Okay. Right now, Mr. Welch, it needs to be based in Texas because he's not a legal resident of Oklahoma for another 90 days. So, and I'm probably looking at making this a temporary order. So you may proceed.
thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, can I have just a few minutes just to make sure I got the calculations right, Your Honor?
Not a problem.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, Your Honor. I think I'm ready to ask Miss Hudson there if she's all right with the figures.
All right, go right ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. So would you be all right with Mr. Eldridge if he is ordered to pay cash medical of $11 monthly starting October 1st, 2024?
Yes.
So what about for current child support of $156 monthly starting October 1st, 2024?
I'm okay with that.
Pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right, then. I'll listen to closing statements and then give I'll let you make a closing statement, a closing argument. And then keep it in mind, then I am looking at going ahead and doing a temporary order. I'm going to go ahead and temporary order the father to pay child support in this matter because this is on him. He missed at least 3 while he was in Texas, and that's all I technically need to go ahead and make this a final order, Mr. Eldridge. That excuse that you had other things going on just doesn't fly with the court, sir. You got to take care of business. Otherwise, you know, it is where you don't pay your income tax by April 15th. Guess what the IRS does to you? Okay, same deal. You got to follow what they're supposed to do. So again, I'm at best, at worst, going to go ahead and set up a temporary order you to pay temporary child support. And I'm thinking about going ahead and doing this as a temp and coming back to give you the opportunity to do that DNA test one final time. But I'm not looking at giving you more than one shot at this, Mr. Eldridge, and that's it. Okay. But anyway, I'll let the state go ahead and, based on what I just said, what would the state be requesting? Because again, I'm looking at child support starting October 1, cash medical starting October 1, letting him have the opportunity to go ahead and take the DNA test, and we'll come back in December. But when we come back in December, he had better pay every dime of that child support for October, November, and December 1st. Otherwise, I'm not going to allow him to testify. I'm not going to allow him to evidence any DNA test. Well, we'll see. All right. But again, the court is going to, be very stringent about his support of this child because, again, I hadn't heard anything, Mr. Eldridge. And I'm going to give you a chance to make a closing statement too, sir. This shows why this is not 100% your fault at this point. All right. Thank you. State may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. So the state understands that essentially the main issue is that Mr. Eldridge would like to have another DNA test to prove that he is not the father. Ms. Boykin Hudson and the state would like to go forward and establish child support and medical support and that he's the father. Ms. Boykin Hudson and the state agree on child support of $156 monthly starting October 1st, 2024. We agree on $11 monthly starting October 1st, 2024 for cash medical. And this is all based off of minimum wage, which Ms. Boykin Hudson has agreed to. And believe that's it, Your Honor. And then I guess at the end we can discuss court costs. Or I guess this is temporary order, so never mind then.
All right, then. All right, Ms. Boykin Hudson, I'm gonna start child support here today, no matter what. So based on that, ma'am, what are you asking the court to do here?
Not asking. I don't have any requests, sir.
Yeah, because you already took the DNA test, and you already took the child in for the DNA test. Is that correct, ma'am?
Yes, I did on July 31st.
Okay, so we don't have any, okay. All right, good enough then. All right then, Mr. Eldridge, here's what we're gonna do, sir. I'm gonna go ahead and set this as a temporary order. I'm gonna go ahead and order child support as requested by the state of the mom to start the first day of October. The court is taking prima facie, taking stage one and evidence that says prima facie, it shows that you missed more than 3 occasions to get DNA test done prior. And under Texas law, that's prima facie that the reason that the test wasn't taken was because you knew what the results were going to be, and that you would be ordered to pay child support. So based on that, I'm going to go ahead and grant you the. I'm going to go ahead and order the child support to start the first day of October and cash medical as requested. However, I am going to go ahead and allow the state to make a referral to Oklahoma to get your DNA test done at that facility there. If you missed that at those appointments, sir, it's over. All right. You know, I do hundreds of these a year, and I do dozens of these where people don't show up, and the court takes that under Texas law to be prima facie that hey, that's why. So. And so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to ask the state to do a reset to December. I just gave the December date, brand new one, so that one shouldn't be filled up. I think it was the 12th, but I may be wrong. But you can confirm that with Miss. Well, let me just look at it. Shoot. Let me bring up the calendar, and I will tell you precisely what that new. Yeah, that new date was December the 12th. So I'll reset this matter for that date and to give Mr. Eldridge the opportunity to get that testing done. And so you're on the clock here, sir, because now we got to do it out of state. And so it's going to take a while for the state to get that set up, but they should be able to get it set up long before November. And you're coming back in December. But in the interim, you need to pay child support for all 3 of those on all those occasions. And the court will be reviewing that and making a determination. And I'm sorry, and I'll make all the final order determinations as required. I did not hear it, Mr. Welch. Was the referring state asking for retro?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, good enough. All right, then, Mr. Eldridge. Question, sir.
I just like, I just don't understand, like, how could somebody come from 2016, didn't even know the child existed. I was told she was have abortion and skedaddle back to Sacramento. Come back into my life now and trying to put this on me. I just don't see how that's allowed. That's just some bull crap to me. So that's why I said,
sir.
I'm sorry.
Sir,
Stop. My fault.
Because I'm getting ready to go nuclear on you, and you step back in Texas, there will be a warrant standing for your arrest. That language is not that bad, but you don't get to talk to the court that way. Understood?
I do apologize.
This is my court of law, sir. If you were standing right here next to me, the deputy would be taking you away. You know that?
Yes, sir.
So,
I do apologize.
Sir. It's allowed. It's allowed. I'm sorry. If you don't think it's allowed, then you have the absolute right to go pay a lawyer to try to set this aside or to stop it. You know, you got that opportunity as well as this. But I'm telling you, sir, it's allowed. In fact, it's allowed to 2 years after that child turns 18. Yeah. Okay. So, you know, it is what it is. I know what the law is. And obviously, if you don't know it, then you got to hire somebody that can tell you what it is, sir. So it is allowed. And that's the court's order. And it's binding. So, what's your, do you have any, well, legitimate questions, sir? 'Cause
No,
again,
I'm good. No, sir.
That's the
No,
court
sir.
order.
No, sir.
Okay.
I'm good. Yeah. That's
All
it.
right. All right. Thank you, sir. Anyway, Mr. Welch, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll ask you to prepare that order and go ahead and find out where Mr. Eldridge is. I'm not sure where he is in Oklahoma, but set up the proper DNA testing at this time, and we'll take it from there. But for right now, the court's gonna go ahead and order the temporary order. And Mr. Eldridge, we come back. DNA test is positive. Obviously, this becomes your responsibility until the child turns 18 or graduates from high school, and well, it is what it is. All right, Mr. Welch, anything else, sir?
Your Honor, so who should pay for this last test?
Go ahead and pay for it. I'm not gonna wait for it. Yeah, he doesn't make a lot of money, so let's go ahead and get it taken care of. I'll reserve the right for court costs at the final hearing, and you just remind the court about this matter and the failure to see the other to do the other DNA test, and I'll more likely order that as part of court costs. Mr. Welch, thank you.
All right, and one other thing. So he's required to pay. Is it just child support for each month, or child support and medical support for each month? Until we come back.
Child support and medical support. Child support and medical support, sir.
All right. I think that's it, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, Ms. Hudson, Ms. Boykin, anything else, ma'am? Any questions?
No more questions, sir. Thank you.
All right, then, and Ms. Boykin, I got the minimum wage presumption or child support is always based on either the job or the residence of the party. So that's why we don't use Cali. I can't order somebody to pay child support at $15 an hour. I think California went up to 16 recently or something. So
Yes.
yeah, you got to go with the state where they are. And, Texas is cheap and Oklahoma is just along with us. So, yeah. All right, thank you, ma'am. Mr. Eldridge, question, sir. Anything else? You're muted, sir. Do you have any? I'm not sure if you're saying anything.
No, sir. I'm good. No, sir.
All right, then. I'll see everybody in December, and we'll hopefully get this one finalized and put it all to rest with a DNA test. All right. Thank you. We're off the record.
Thank you, Your Honor. And Mr. Eldridge, I'm going to put you in a breakout room just to confirm where your new address is. And but Miss Hudson, you can leave.
I gave it my new address already. I thought when you talked to me earlier.
Oh,
He's going to confirm that because now we got to deal with a third party to give you a DNA test. So we just want to make sure. Okay. Thank you. So just hang around and he'll get that set up. Thank you.
All right.
All right. I'll move you to a breakout room. All right. There you go, sir. I'll see you there.